Richie Donner would know that 100%.
Yeah. Well, since it's part of St. Johnsburg, and since I'm doing a presentation with St. Johnsburg for their 100th at the hotel, I think they commissioned me to do a little presentation.
Oh, really? Cool.
For their big soiree coming up.
You could ask him that.
Yeah.
What was the first year of the Christmas? We got a little trivia for you, Rich. What was the first year? He's
Among all the other,
gonna rub his head.
Yeah, he's gonna probably build up some static trying to remember that one. Well, thank you for answering my tower question.
Yeah, absolutely.
Usually, most people when they talk to you, they talk to you about water issues, but yeah, that's why you'd like something different, you know?
Yeah, we had enough of them lately.
Oh man, yeah. Sure.
Yeah, that's what I say.
Yeah. I was just saying to him that me being able to attend the meetings and roads to the rear because of the hours that I work. So when I'm finally here, I talk to as many people as I can to just get updated as to what is generally going on.
Get updated and everything. Nothing much. It's been boring. This is good. We like boring.
Yeah, I guess.
In some departments, Kathy.
Wow.
In some.
Yeah. I think. Bill's on the end.
Yep.
Oh.
Is everybody here tonight for?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh.
Yeah.
And Bill pay again Monday.
We're probably gonna have 10. And it's a lot of work
Yeah.
to get them all done. I was thinking about that.
Which is at one point it was like 2.5. They had 2 full and a part-time.
Really?
Yeah. Like, don't run from that. Everything would be, if you put attention to your target or something, that's okay. Tom says this is gonna be, well, it's true with a bunch of clients.
Oh, yeah.
Not anything directed to me.
Right, right.
That's fine. I think it's funny. Sit there for a couple of days. Let them eat that. Hear the next week. Right? But they don't take the hit. Really?
We're here with Nelson.
Yeah, this is what we're supposed to do, right?
What, are you here for meetings or
I'm here for the zoning board.
zoning's up at the end of the house?
Thank you so
Yes,
much.
You're welcome.
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah, after you do your time, it should be.
Right. But it's something needs to be done. I mean, whatever, that night, weekend,
Yeah.
whatever.
For real taxes.
Yeah.
No choice.
And Megan was like, put mine up. So we prayed about that. And she got separated about it.
Good.
Maybe next year.
Really?
Yeah.
Think so?
Yeah, maybe.
How many will you have? How many years will you have?
Right now, I got 20.
Okay.
So I get one of those therapy for she said every year you work at $800 more.
Oh, after 20.
Just I figured it out, I ran all the numbers, so, yeah, I based on, like, your income and your years of service, and tonight I plug in all the numbers. So for every year,
Randy?
Or work for another year or two, so I don't know.
Brooke, how you doing? Larry? How
How
we
many
doing?
years you got?
You back here, you?
Yeah.
Welcome back.
How we doing?
First day back, kind of an adventure, huh?
I wasn't even supposed to be back.
I know. I said, I thought he was out. He said, he was coming back on Monday, but he happened like on a
Oh,
Saturday.
right. It was Saturday.
Yeah.
Saturday I came back.
Yeah, I'll check
Good
with her.
job.
but- Yeah, 'cause she, Megan's been filling in stuff.
She knows,
Yeah. Yeah, so I'm sure she did. Yeah. Hello. It was from date on those minutes.
Yeah, and they, ADUs, maybe, you need 2 entrances for subdivisions, they're like 20.
Mark, what's up? How we doing today? Pretty good. How are you? Good. Good to see you.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
How you feeling?
A little sore, right?
Kind of pain. Yeah.
We're getting there pretty quick.
And just for you to know,
Well, and I said, I didn't change the date, so I looked at it.
I wasn't even supposed to be back yet. I had a quick beer. And Father's Day, I looked at my phone.
yeah, 29, yeah.
It's gotta be within me.
You know what? Yeah, that thing was, leaking out.
Saw that video. When I was in the turn, I go, yeah, here we go.
Oh, you're talking about that.
Tony, right?
Railroad tracks, yeah.
Sunday.
Yeah. You were back and working on your own?
Yeah, Father's Day.
Okay.
That wasn't supposed to be bad, but we did. There you go.
Hi. Just got out of the school, I didn't realize what that was, and then I have Bronco hair. I look horrible. I have a
Yeah, I got it.
haircut.
Kelly, I got it.
You've got a phone.
All right.
I don't care, but now I have to go. Normally I sit in Bronco hair, and stand up and walk. I'm like totally back, but I'm like, I don't.
Does anybody really care? That's the next line. Maybe it's a green green pack.
Yes, ladies, we are. Go, sir. All right. Okay, thank you.
Yep, nice to meet you. Young lady.
You guys have almost everybody wants to eat. Yeah, he is.
Mark, you heard right there?
Oh, yes. Loud and clear.
No.
Mr. Rice for the pledge of allegiance, please.
Heavenly Father, we pray you grant wisdom to all who are in authority, that you will order and justice make be upheld to the benefit of all citizens, and guide us to better serve the people of our community. Restrain those who seek to destroy our government. We ask your kind wisdom to rest upon our leaders to guide them and protect them. Amen.
For the record, all board members are present. Approval of the board minutes June 1st, 2026. Can I have a motion, please? Can I have a second, please?
Second.
And a second, all in favor, signify by saying aye. Opposed? Motion carried, minutes are approved. Approval of bill payment of June 15th, 2026. Voucher number 202-60798 through 202-600-0901, with a total amount of $581,533.30. Can I have a motion, please?
So moved. Second.
All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried, bills are paid. Approval of bill payment of July 13th, voucher number 202-60726 to 202-61067, with a total amount of $1,286,888.70. Could I have a motion, please? And a second. All in favor, signify by saying aye. Opposed? Bills are paid. Highway Department, Paul. Mark Clark, Water Sewer Department.
Good evening.
Hi, Mark.
Water Department has been extremely busy lately with water main repairs. We had two major water line breaks recently, one on Niagara Falls Boulevard with an 18-inch water main, and the other one that ran underneath the tracks at Lockport and Walmart Road, which was an 8-inch main, and a casing, 24-inch. Both water leaks occurred on Sunday, one being Father's Day, and the other one more recent on July 5th. You guys did a great job coming in, getting these valves turned down to repair the issues. They both had to be contracted out due to the location of the one underneath the railroad, and the other one due to the size of the water line. EPA letters for the service line identification, they're supposed to be mailed out by December 31st of 26. We're gonna get a jump start on it and send them out August 1st. We have completed so far 1,835 out of 2,884, and we found no issues as of yet. I don't see any issues to come. The guys have been out doing our yearly maintenance on grinder tanks and hydrants, and repairing things as needed for preventative maintenance. That's what I got.
Mark, in front of the board here and the folks that are here, I'm gonna thank you for the great job you and your department did on both water line breaks. Had nothing but compliments from outsiders, and you did a very professional and efficient job. Thank you.
Thank you.
Mark, what do you think it is? Those are two significant breaks, and they happen in the summer. Is that too unusual?
They're too,
Freaking clean?
it's unusual, especially like the 18 inches of pre-stressed concrete pipe, and the other one is translite, the two different style materials. I guess it's after years, basically both time frame is the same, like 1960 they were installed. So, it's just kind of like a freak thing that happens so close together. Or in general, you know,
Over 60 years old.
yeah.
That's old.
Anybody else?
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Great job.
Appreciate it.
And Michael Donnelly is sick tonight. First door of the building department. Good evening. All right, so a couple things, our new guys finished up his last class this week, so he will be fully certified, after next Wednesday. And so far we've done, we've had 3 fire inspections, 4 to be exact on that we've done this month. What was really kind of neat was that we have been getting extremely busy. We did 82 permits for this month alone that we brought in. And I kind of just wanted to track where the inspections were going to. And for the month alone, 104 inspections we set out. And we've addressed a lot of complaints. So we've had 19 complaints for the month come in, and this is just for the month of June, not going into this week or into July at all either. A lot of them has been for the same thing. We're getting a lot of calls for the high grass, the weeds, and it's just people don't seem to be cutting the grass this year. I know it was wet spring, and I gave some time for that, but now I've been telling the guys to go out there and really address the high grass and the weed complaints and stuff like that. So we're at 19 for that one. A lot of them are getting closed, but we are getting a lot of fight back from some of those people just refusing to do it, and I don't know why. So that's what I really have for my report. Anybody else have any questions?
If they refuse, what do we give them, a couple of weeks?
We give like a week after they get the notice, and then we send our landscaper out to do it and cut the grass.
So even if they don't want us to cut it, we still don't want to cut it.
If they tell him to get off the property, he does have to leave, and then we can take him to court for it, cite him for a fine, okay, and then just keep doing that. We haven't had anybody say no yet. I don't know, so.
Chris, we bill them for that.
We do, and if they don't pay, then we put it on the tax. So that's where it goes from there. So, anything else? No? Kelly, our assessor?
Just to go off of Kurt, I put the, town charges with our, on, like the grass cuttings and everything, on the taxes with the water and sewers. But if we have a house or a property that they get, more than, like, if they get charged more than $1,000, I need to get it approved by the legislators to put it on there. So we try to keep it, you know, lower than that, but sometimes we just, and everything, but then they do get charged.
Thanks, Bill.
Yep. So, final roll was July 1st, so I can't touch anything on that roll. That creates the anybody moves into their house after March first of 2017, they no longer get the SAR exemption, which is right off of your tax bill. You have to get the SAR credit, and you have to register with the state. And the state has been like kind of making different rules every year that if you make over $250,000, they're gonna take you off the exemption, put you on the credit. And then some of the seniors that don't apply for, don't file their taxes anymore, they've been sending us letters saying that they need more information on it. When those people come to our office, Melanie and I sit down and we go online with them, or we take all of their information and we email it to the state. We email to the state and normally get a response within 24 hours saying that they're all set or they need more information. So we keep in contact. But Don and I discussed this, that maybe we start promoting that if anybody can't do this, that we schedule a day, once per month, and schedule appointments where Melanie and I would sit with them and try to get them all registered online. Because now you have to create an account on like the taxation and finance website in order to even register or do anything. And then they want you to have it direct deposited, they don't want to send checks anymore, because people are losing their checks in the mail, or, these seniors don't know what it is, and all that stuff. So, the state is kind of making it difficult, but Melanie and I are in the office, and we can help anybody that has any issues whatsoever. So just, if you know somebody, just have them call our office or come in and see us.
That's really great.
Kelly, maybe we should, that's your call as to when, but maybe once the seniors work out,
Yeah, I'll talk to Sherry.
one Friday a month, they can come over and work on their.
Okay, yeah, I'll talk to Sherry, and see when there's a big meeting over there, and I'll kind of hit a lot of them. Okay?
Kelly, as long as you're up, of a tax assessment case, and I don't know if the board has any questions, but for me or you, but maybe since you're up, if anyone has any questions now, or
This one has been filed, this one has been here. This has been a long one, and it has been very difficult for Matt and I to resolve this. It has been back and forth. This is the one that we had to pay for the appraisals and everything. This has been a really, really tough one. And it's actually two properties, not just one, but it was together, so
is the Overwood one? Yes.
I'm kind of really happy that it's done and resolved. So, if you have any questions on it, but Matt and I worked really hard on this.
But, yeah, and it's, otherwise, I think we were scheduled to have a trial in, I believe, September. And that would have been not just a lot of time for Kelly and myself, but also more, appraisal fees, because our appraiser would have had to come to court to testify, and they charge, I don't even know how much, $500 an hour?
Something like that, but,
Yeah, and they'd be here for days probably.
but this is the one that, with the appraisal, all our numbers from our tax bill was not far off from the appraisal at all. So, that was kind of good. We didn't go down that drastically, as we thought we were kind of happy to settle.
And just so the board knows, one of the advantages of the way we resolved it is, well, for the town somewhat, but especially for the school and the county, no refund. Refunds would have been substantial because they go back to, about 5 years of refunds. So, I don't know if there were gonna be any questions, but as long as Kelly was up, I just wanted to get it out.
Thanks, Kelly. Councilman Harper, Dave?
Well, it's been a little busy month for us this month. We assisted the water department with traffic on the water main break on the boulevard for a couple hours. We had the right for Roswell, you guys out for that, it's pretty good. 4th of July was a big one for us, and we had the park cleared out by 11:30, so that worked out really well for us. Just been busy.
Anything else? Thank you, appreciate it. Wendell Engineers, super.
Good evening, everyone. We have two items on our agenda for you this evening. The first is our planning board summary. This is from our June meeting. First meeting was June 3rd. First item on that agenda was a sketch plan for Horizon Village addition. Health Management proposes to construct a 5,000 square foot addition to their existing Horizon Village facility at 6301 Indicon Drive East. Parcel is zoned light industrial and falls within the Airport Zone 1 Overlay District and in the Airport Protection Zone. The addition would provide additional program space, offices, and storage. The addition would be constructed in the same general area as an existing basketball court, which will obviously be demolished. The applicant was directed to the site plan review guidance and checklists as they proceed towards site plan approval. No action was required or taken. The next item was a site plan special use permit for Pelicanos Marketplace. Take where this one about this one for close to 2 years now. So the applicant is proposing to expand the existing Pelicanos Marketplace business at 3238, 3354 Niagara Falls Boulevard. They propose to move the marketplace business to a new building to be constructed on the adjacent combined lot. New marketplace would occupy 19,600 square foot of space and will include a 3,000 square foot and a 3,600 square foot tennis space on either end of the building. The existing marketplace building would be expanded by 3,000 square foot and include the 1,200 square foot outdoor eating area. An additional 10,000 square foot retail building and 3 pole barn storage buildings will be constructed in the complex as well. The storage buildings would only be for uses ancillary to businesses in the complex and not for commercial storage. The planning board issued a negative declaration under seeker and subsequently granted a special use permit with noted conditions and approved the site plan with noted conditions and contingent upon engineering review and approval. That was the June 3rd meeting. The next was on June 17th. First item on that agenda was a public information meeting that was actually requested by the vendor for the Circle K and Wendy's that are being proposed on the southwest corner of Niagara Falls Boulevard and Nash Road. They proposed to construct a 4,625 square foot Circle K store, 1,380 square foot Wendy's restaurant with a drive-through, an additional 1,800 square foot for additional quick service restaurants with drive-throughs. The building would be attached, they'd all be attached part of the same building, and they'd be accompanied by a pump fuel station on the southwest corner of the boulevard in Nash. A presentation was made, and residents were given the opportunity to voice their concerns and opinions in favor or against the project. This is kind of an unusual one because the applicant actually requested to have that public information meeting just to get feedback from the locals. So there was no action needed or taken after that. The next item was a sketch plan for cannabis cultivation business on Liberty Drive, but the applicant did not attend the meeting, so the project was not discussed. But following in line was another site plan special use permit for a cannabis micro cultivation business. This applicant proposes to construct the existing structure at 6115 Lindell Drive into a cannabis micro business. Cannabis would be cultivated inside the existing facility, and there would be no on-site sales or consumption. The project is zoned light industrial, and no exterior additions or improvements are proposed. The planning board scheduled a public hearing, which is required for the special use permit, for this week, July 15th at 6 p.m. No other action was taken. The last item was the site plan for the Villas of Greenwood Trail. The applicant proposes to construct 23 buildings totaling 46 townhome units on a 10-acre reconfigured parcel at 7220 Nash Road. The parcel has been rezoned to restricted commercial, with frontage along Niagara Falls Boulevard remaining as commercial and in the Niagara Falls Boulevard overlay. The applicant proposes to build and sell each duplex unit without a traditional lot and proposes to establish an HOA to operate and maintain the grounds and a private road through the site. The project would require public water and sewer, and the private road would need to be built to town standards. The gated second means of egress is proposed to the adjacent property. The planning board issued a negative declaration under seeker and subsequently approved the site plan with noted conditions and contingent upon engineering review and approval. And that one also heard about for a couple of weeks, about a year and a half. That is it for our planning board summary. Any questions on any of those? We have one more, Jason, one more item. It's actually related to the last item I talked about. Since their site plan was approved we have since received PIP applications for phase one of the Villas of Greenwood Trail project. It's a two-phase project. Our first phase would build 8 townhomes for a total of 16 units. And we have a motion in their packet. We reviewed their submitted information. Just waiting for a couple things to get the nod from the town attorney, and everything should be set with their application. The fees have been paid, and we're getting ready to go. So, any questions on that? It's our motion. Thank you.
County Road Manager David Godfrey. Any more?
Good evening. Couple of things. Remember, I had announced that the county is having a fish derby, if you will, where you go out, you catch your biggest fish, you get a picture of it. There's a website, and I'm pretty sure that information was sent on your website for people to submit the picture. And what this is a competition where the winner gets really recognition of the plaque, but the important part of it is, on behalf of the winner, $1,000 is going to go to the charter that takes care of the children with special needs. It's been there for a long, long time. It's a way to help fund that through this little challenge, if you will, for the fishermen. But it's a great cause because all the folks really enjoy it. They go out on this charter for a day, and it's just a great adventure. So I hope it's out there. If anyone has any questions, I certainly can get you more information if you need it. The other thing, I just sent to you recently that the county is now launching a recognizing the Neighborhood Business of the Month. For every month going forward now, we're looking for all the residents to nominate the local businesses as the best business in the community that brings the best goodness to the whole community on what they do, bringing jobs, bringing good food, good services to the community. And you submit those. Again, the link that I sent you there, Kathy, has a link to submit your nominations, and every month there will be one chosen, and they will be recognized through the county as the business of the month. The last thing, the next big event coming up is on August the 1st. There is a drone show down at Fort Niagara. It's August 1st, which is Saturday. The gates open at 5. Now, the sad part is there's only so many that could get into the Fort Niagara. And if you needed a pass to get in, they've already consumed. Popular event, but it can't be seen obviously from quite a long ways away. But on August the 1st, there's food vendors, there's music and everything going on in and around the fort, and then the drone show will take off just about at dusk. So it's a great event. The vendor has been all around the country. I think he said he's done already 60 of them so far this year, and it's a great show at the Fort Niagara on August 1st.
Thank you, Dave. Appreciate it. Anybody have anything for Dave?
Anything from me?
Thank you.
Okay, good. Thank you.
Justin, do you have something for us? Justin is our town historian.
Good evening, folks. And good evening to all of you. A little while ago, when contemplating the best way to help represent our country's 250th or 75th centennial, I decided that I would go through my archives to see what interesting images I had of the bicentennial and how our town recognized that important year of 1976. And one of the things I managed to come across was this photo of a road sign along River Road, painted with various icons and other different imagery, and marking the bicentennial as people were entering or leaving our town. So this is what it looks like. And what I decided to do was make a number of copies of these and present these so starting in July and going into this year, to all of our leading citizens, or some of our leading citizens, and certainly our leading businesses, as our token of esteem and helping to mark this important year, the 250th. So it's a 50-year difference, and some of the people certainly remember bicentennial from before. And it's just a little token once again. And for the town board tonight, I have actually special copies of these photos here, and a special gold frame. And so I'm going to give you those to you now, and if you'd like, we can take a picture with you all later on. So, again, my thanks to all of you too.
Thank you, that's very nice, very good, appreciate it. Anybody have anything to say, Justin? Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much, appreciate it. Matt Brooks, motions.
All right, first motion, I believe, from Michael, that was mentioned. Motion to approve the PIP applications for construction of pavement, curb, water lines, sanitary sewers, and snow sewers for phase one of the Villas at Greenwood Trail project.
The road and storm sewers will be privately owned but must be constructed to town standards. Phase one will provide 8 townhomes for a total of 60 dwelling units, townhomes 1 through 8. This approval is made on the following conditions, and in the interest of time, I'll just not read them, and they're as presented in the motion.
Have a motion, please.
I'll move that.
Second.
And a second, all in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried.
Next motion from the town board, be it resolved to authorize an additional contribution of $500 to NIMAC in support of the Niagara Falls Air Reserve Station.
So moved.
Second.
And second, all in favor, signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carried.
Next motion from the constable department, be it resolved to accept the resignation of Bradley Wilkie as the town constable effective June 23rd, 2026.
So moved.
Second.
Motion and second, all in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried.
Next motion, as was mentioned, Kelly was up from the town assessor and town attorney, be it resolved to approve and authorize the town attorney to sign and execute the consent order in the tax assessment case of 2600 Niagara Falls Boulevard LLC and 100 Crestwood Court LLC versus the town of Newfield et al.
So moved. Second.
And a second, all in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried.
Next motion, from the town supervisor, be resolved, resolution authorizing submission of a funding application to the Niagara River Greenway Commission, host community standing committee for the 2020 River Road Waterfront Park, and that's as presented in the motion.
A motion, please.
So moved. Second.
Second, all in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried.
Next motion, be it resolved, the resolution authorizing submission of a funding application to the New York State Office of Parks, Recreation, and Historic Preservation Environmental Protection Fund Parks Preservation and Heritage Grants Program for the 2020 River Road Waterfront Park, and that's as presented in the motion.
So moved.
Second.
And a second, all in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Just to give a brief explanation that those people don't realize, this is working with Niagara County in developing a couple of additional grants for our park on River Road. So these are funds that, grants to complete the park, and if anybody's aware of that park, it's a piece of property that we have at the end of Lane Road. Working for, is the only piece of property that the town of Wheatfield has on the river. So we're hoping that with these grants, which won't cost the town a penny, that we'll be able to complete the project, including a fishing dock, restrooms, picnic tables. We're hoping, so that's what these last two motions were about. Okay, now,
Okay, and, to that, end, there's one more, again, for another, funding source, be it resolved, the resolution authorizing submission of a funding application to the New York State Department of State Local Waterfront Revitalization Program for the 2020 River Road Waterfront Park. And that's as presented in the motion.
Second.
And second, all in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried.
Next motion from the town board, be it resolved to accept with regret the retirement of Chief Constable Robert Connery effective 12 a.m. on July 1st, 2026. The entire town wishes to gratefully thank Chief Constable Connery for his many years of dedicated service to the town and congratulate him with regard to his retirement from the town. So moved.
Motion and second, all in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried.
Next motion, be resolved to authorize and approve the promotion of Constable Daniel Geyer to that of Chief Constable effective 12 a.m. on July 1st, 2026. Filling the Chief Constable position vacated by the retirement of the former Chief Constable Robert Connery.
Second.
And second, all in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried.
Next motion, be it resolved to authorize and approve the promotion of Constable Eric Weber to that of Deputy Chief Constable effective 12 a.m. on July 1st, 2026, filling the Deputy Chief Constable position vacated by the promotion of former Deputy Chief Constable Daniel Geyer.
So moved. Second.
Motion and second, all in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried.
Next motion, be resolved to accept the resignation of Melissa Berman from the planning board and thank her for her service.
So moved. Second.
Motion and second, all in favor, signify by saying aye. Opposed? Motion carried.
Next motion, be it resolved to accept the resignation of Josh Hine as an alternate from the planning board and thank him and congratulate him for his years of service.
So moved. Second.
Motion and second, all in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried.
Next motion from the Water Sewer Department, resolved to approve the request of the Water Sewer Department to hire Charles Spolino as a laborer effective July 14th, 2026. To rate of pay and terms pursuant to the job specifications of the Water Department and pending approval of human resources and a Niagara County criminal background check.
So moved. Second.
Motion and second, all in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried.
Next motion from the Recreation Department, be it resolved to authorize the request of Mike Rinaldi, Recreation Director, to hire summer seasonal help of Katie Mack at the youth center for summer camp at a rate of pay and terms pursuant to the job specifications of the Recreation Department seasonal help and pending approval of human resources and a Niagara County criminal background check.
Second.
And motion and second, all in favor, signify by saying aye. Opposed? Motion carried.
Next motion, be resolved to appoint Wayne Devontier as an alternate member of the town of Weaver Planning Board for the remainder of 2026, to be paid at a rate set by the town board for each meeting in which his attendance is necessary to fill in for the absence of the regular board member.
Second.
Motion and second, all in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried.
Next motion, be it resolved to appoint Doug Seaman as a member of the town of Weaver Planning Board to fill an expired term of Melissa Griffin.
So moved. Second.
And second, all in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried.
Next motion from the Budget Director, be it resolved to approve an amendment to the 2026 Highway Fund budget to provide the increase in estimated revenue and budget appropriation for the increase in the New York State CHIPS grant and for the paved New York grant and the Extreme Winter Recovery grant and the Pave Our Potholes grant to be used for additional highway street repairs as follows, and that is as presented in the motion.
And a motion, please?
Second.
And second, all in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried.
And I believe that's it for our motions.
You know, if you guys don't mind, I'm gonna go to planning and work before we do the, Mr. Robinson?
Yes. I have an issue
regarding I live on Will Rose Court, 7235. I've been there, this will be my 26th year, and I know that they've had a lot of issues at Willow Lake with the flooding of the streets, but I've noticed, I don't know who selects streets to be paved. Our street is terrible, Will Rose. I mean, they've had a lot of issues there, and the highway department, I assume, those are the guys that do the streets, correct?
Yes.
Well, apparently, as I walk in the neighborhood quite a bit, I see they paved Windberg very nicely, all down around Erica, all those streets there, and not once since I've been there have they paved Will Rose Court. Now, I don't know if neighbors have complained or other than the flood issues, but they constantly say every year, well, they got it in the budget, and apparently it appears that there's some favoritism or something going on with this paving of the streets, because I've seen some streets that have been paved multiple times as you walk further down on Pleasant, all the way going down to Rochelle. So this is why I'm here, and I don't know if it was necessary to get a petition from the neighbors on Will Rose to support my statement, what I'm referring to, but they've never paved Will Rose Court. Now, I've been there since 1999, not once. So this is why I'm here too.
Mr. Robinson, have you talked to the highway superintendent?
Pardon me?
Have you talked with the highway superintendent?
No, I mean, you call them and they say, well, we got it on the, well, yeah, we're gonna do it on the agenda, so this is why I'm here.
That surprises me, because typically, I mean, the highway superintendent is an elected official, and he also designates the priority of roads that have to be paved. Again, I haven't looked at Will Rose, so I can't speak on that. But I would say start with the highway superintendent and say you were at the town board meeting. Typically he's here, but I'm sorry, for whatever reason, he's not here tonight. Where you could speak with him and see if it is on the schedule and how soon it will be scheduled.
Well, that's what I've been told, and that's why I'm here. I've been, as I said, I've been a resident there
I understand that.
26 years.
I get that.
I've come to, as I came on Warwickville, they give me the number for the highway department.
Right.
And I call someone and they're saying, we got certain things that we're prioritizing, this street. But as I forestated, in me walking, I'm looking at other streets and they paved them a couple of times. And my mind says is that maybe he's doing somebody a favor. He knows on these streets to pave because they haven't touched Will Rose Court not one time. And I hear what you're saying. That they passed the buck.
Mr. Roberts, I'm going to say this, it doesn't do favoritism. We try to decide which roads we've been paving. I've known Paul for years.
Right.
And I can tell you this, if you'd like, if you want to write your phone number down on this name here,
Okay.
I will call him tomorrow.
Thank you.
And you can speak with him and me to find out what the schedule is for Will Rose. I'm personally going to take.
All right. I appreciate that, and that's my reason for coming today, because I live
Because
here.
I don't get everybody else.
Yes.
And I'll talk to Paul. I'm surprised.
All right, thank you. I mean, I appreciate that.
Thank you. And hopefully it's on the schedule for this year.
Thank you for hearing me. I
Thank you.
appreciate that.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you very much for your interest. Any board members? I think you dropped something on that board.
Oh, yes, I did. Thank you.
Anybody else want to speak? I'm sorry. Typically, we get a list of people who want to speak. Is there anybody else? I'm sorry. And Mr. Robinson signed in. Anybody else? Thank you. Larry Hellwick, board members.
Yeah, a couple of follow-up issues. Quasar and Liberty Drive, applied to, I guess, the planning board or the building department to do some type of an improvement roof is supposed to be an enclosed building so that it traps all the smell and, I don't know what they're doing there. I mean,
I believe their current operation, the outflow into a above ground hopper.
Yeah.
That then goes into the digester. And what they're proposing is an underground tank, so they can outflow as it goes underground. Storage tank, I guess. Bigger and better for their needs, and I believe there's kind of there are with certainly easier to collect that when it's underground and above ground. But we haven't heard anything since the last.
Is this prepared to solids or liquid or gas, or what form are they gonna offload?
It's my understanding, there's no change in their process. It's just how they're getting it off of their vehicles and easy to digest. Wasn't any change in materials or anything.
my only comment is if they're not gonna eliminate the smell, we shouldn't be approving this new phase. It's gonna be the same status quo, whatever's going on. But if it's a new process will eliminate the smell, go ahead and approve. But if it's not gonna eliminate the odors and the smell, we shouldn't be granting us any more approvals.
Larry, to my knowledge, the operator, over on Open Drive said that the, issue was taken care of, and recognized it was a problem. And I don't believe we've had any complaints. Chris, have you had the last couple of weeks?
So what you're referring to is the sour milk. They took a load of sour milk and they take food product and they digest it and they burn it off. They took the sour milk from Okata, O-T-K-A-T-A, producers there in Batavia, and they put that in their system. Well, it did not work at all. And they were stuck trying to get rid of it. And in the meantime, it was blowing off that sour milk smell that all the neighbors were complaining about. I did give the gentleman an update, who was the head of the neighborhood, kind of what was going on, and he said, yes, it was sour milk smell, now that you think of it. And I said, if you smell it again, let me know. To this date, and that was the last board meeting, we have not had complaints since.
Okay. And I just have one more follow-up issue. On Sawyer Drive, they're building 80 apartment units, opposite where Sears is. And I think there's only a single entrance on Sawyer. But I know a developer wants to build a subdivision with 20 or 30 houses. So I don't know what the exact limit is, maybe it's 30-something. If you have 30 homes on a new subdivision, we make them do 2 entrances. 30 houses, maybe you're getting 60 cars. This is 80 apartment units, 80 units. And there's just only one entrance. It seems a little bit excessive in my mind. And maybe, so that we don't end up with this in the future, if there's something there that we can do to, modify the code to put second entrances so that you're not jamming a lot of apartments and no fields with just one entrance out of the road.
So there currently not a requirement in the R3 zone, but certainly the town board wants to put restrictions that always find out where it's appropriate.
But for subdivisions, we did it because of vehicle traffic. I mean, once you have over a certain number of houses, I mean, the fire advisory, they want 2 entrances to get in and out of there. This has like 80 apartment units. That's gonna be more than 100 cars. My husband and wife both have a car. There could be 150 cars in this unit.
We can look at the code.
I did the same, just beware if something like this happens in the future, the planning board or the town board should be aware.
Well, we have to change the code. There's nothing you can do with the code, but we would have to change the code.
Yeah.
The only thing, I think as a planning board should, if there is only a single entrance, to make sure that it's stable enough and wide enough, including the grass on both sides to withstand the weight and building different fire trucks.
Would we do a moratorium?
Well, this is how we started.
I know, we're done, this is behind that.
But we don't, I wouldn't be having the problems like that, we would wait so we could just modify that.
complicated change if the board's interested in looking at it.
What's that motion for? That we change, modify the laws to require, exits? Well, just my concern is there is some commercial businesses, like, I know in Walmart, like the DOT frowns down on more than one entrance on commercial businesses. And that's an issue, because, that's an archery zone, commercial zone, and you can see where, we've been dealing with this lately, where DOT says, no, we're doing it with a subdivision here off of Barrack Road, where they said, no, one entrance. So that's another issue. I think maybe we ought to look at it, talk about it, and see how it goes.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I have some correspondence from Adams Fire Hall. They'd like to remove Connor T. Pasquale from their membership, and they'd like to add Joshua Kennedy as co-win, and I'll make that motion.
Second.
Second, all in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried.
And that's all I have.
Thank you, Kim. Kurt?
So ordinarily, I think this would be part of Mike Manally's report, but he isn't here, and I wanna make sure everybody gets it on the calendar. The family picnic is scheduled for the 16th of August. And, this year being our 250th anniversary, I believe there's gonna be a few special things that are part of it. Mark it on your calendars.
That's it?
That's it.
Randy?
I have nothing.
And I have nothing tonight. Our next meeting is July 20th, 26th, for Bill Pay only, and our regular board meeting will be August 3rd, 2026, at 6:45, and Matt will be here for the presentation to our veterans. So that's it. Can I have a motion to adjourn?
Second.
All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? We are adjourned. Thank you for attending, folks. Appreciate it.
Oh, yeah, we do, man. Join the team.
I'm not gonna see more of them.
I'm gonna give it a shot. Yeah.
Give it a shot. Sure.
Either cut grass with your son. Get a plan. I haven't seen him on the way here. He was just saying, He'll be ready to go. He'll be ready to go. Yeah, he stopped by to see us at the Boulevard Water Parade. Yeah, that was wild.
I went by there, did you guys have trouble last week? I went to come out and there's, that ain't Eric Road, there was like 3 cars there all of a sudden.
Last week?
The lawnmower